Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. And alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, with Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. It's what.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports for NBA basketball. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, and the Hall of Famer Grant Hill here with me at the table, and Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Now here's Lillard. 2 points. That one goes. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, BA, this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Houston working the ball around. Outside Kamara. Wide open. It's rebounded by Houston. Okogie on the wing. Outside Kamara. Inside. Here's Klingon. Ooh, excellent D there from Smith. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Chauncey Billups. The first thing on his mind was not letting Kevin Durant beat them. He said, quote, even if it means playing off other guys, we cannot let KD get comfortable. We have to be right up in his jersey the entire game. We're going to see some aggressive D on Durant tonight by the sound of this. Brian?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Outside Kamara. This one for three. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Yeah, smooth and focused. KD is so polished, so prolific.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster is still very young with room to grow.
And Portland has possession after Houston's three-pointer on the other end. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. With the floater. And he gets the bucket. Lillard's gotten his second bucket.
Inside, Lillard can deliver. He's a skilled finisher.
Here's Thompson. Misses off the left iron. Blazers trail by 5. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Yep, that one goes. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And after not winning a title for the first 11 years of his career, Drew Holiday finally breaks through in 2021, Coach.
And another in 2024. Wherever Holiday has gone during his career, he's fit like a glove, B.A. He's an experienced veteran and a leader both on and off the floor.
Durant with the bucket.
Just an aggressive inside play from Durant, pushing past the contact to get a shot.
Lillard outside. Oh, pow!
My goodness.
Oh, wow. Dame just sticking it to the other team, and you can see it's motivating his squad as well.
Okogie on the wing. No made baskets yet. Uses the glass on the layup. 17 seconds left in the first quarter here. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Houston.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without fouling.
And so it's Houston closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Houston's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Houston leading by 7. Coach, the defense has been ahead of the schedule for Portland. Where do they take the next step in that regard?
Well, first off, BA, they can do much better on the defensive boards. Also, cutting down their careless fouls. Those are things they have to look to clean up.
Inside, Dame gets it to go.
It doesn't get any easier than that. The defense has to play better.
Outside Eason. Back to Okogie. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Holiday. Pass to Lillard. Six on the shot clock. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. Well, the Portland Trailblazers, in year 3 of a rebuild, wins are hard to come by in the loaded West. But acquiring young, talented players like Denny Avdia is a nice start. He said, quote, "The team is young, we're real athletic, we all compete, everybody wants to work and wants to improve." Back to you, BA.
Young and hungry. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Lillard. Again, the miss by Lillard. And there is the whistle. That goes on Damian Lillard. That's his first foul of the game. Thompson outside. Durant for 3. Well, Grant, as more and more teams look to get up and down, you think that lends itself to going deeper down the roster?
Oh, definitely, BA. Also, with the G League and bigger coaching staffs enabling end-of-the-bench guys to get more reps, it helps them stay ready when their number is called.
From outside the arc, the basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got 14 points.
Yeah, the single-minded focus of Durant on offense, it's all about getting buckets, no distractions. I'll tell you, those finishes are always extra special when they come from your point guard.
Oh, forget about his passing. Can we see more dunking?
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
From deep. Ooh, Lillard doing damage outside.
Lillard gets so much lift on his three-pointers, it's almost effortless how he shoots.
On the wing, Durant. Kamara with it. Durant covering. Outside Holiday. Lillard outside. Pass to Avdia. There's the 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Here's Eason. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Rockets on top, leading by 3. And we'll return shortly. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, BA, they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard won, but a foundation is being laid.
Lillard deciding where to go with it.
He didn't have his feet planted.
And here's Lillard. 15 points in the game. 5 to shoot. Pass to Holiday. And it's all tied up. Holiday's got 5 now.
You can really see their confidence growing as this game has gone on. They have reason to believe now.
Yeah, they're in this one. They have some momentum on their side, and they just need to keep up the intensity.
Here's Eason. Fires in the triple. And the Rockets lead by 3.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
Pass to Holiday. It's Avdia on the wing. No good on the 3. 90 seconds into the second half now. Houston working the ball around. Up top, Durant. 14 points for him. And Durant with the big finish.
And when Durant is clear for takeoff, no hesitation.
Lillard outside. Back to Avdia. Outside Holiday. Eason with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Pass to Smith. Back to Okogie. Now here's Thompson. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
And attacking with reckless abandon, somehow Thompson able to get through.
Houston shooting their first free throw of the contest. Blazers trail by 8. Pass to Holiday. Outside Kamara. Looking to end the run. Again, the miss by Portland. And Houston has possession. Since the second half started, they've only given up 3 points. Here's Avdia. No points so far. Durant pulls it in.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Left side Kamara. Launches it. Offensive rebound. Outside Holiday. Stolen by Thompson. Houston shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he makes a first. And it's exceptional, the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Pass to Klingon. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lillard outside. Now Klingon. Thompson with a steal.
That was just incredible instincts defensively. He saw the ball coming back out and made the play.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. One of the stories here, Kevin Durant. He's getting it done today.
Well, shutting down his three-point production has to be top of mind for this coaching staff. A new defensive approach is a must.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
And this is when a coach earns his paycheck. Analyze the situation and give your players the information they need to succeed.
Eight seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Smith. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Houston with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth quarter. Blazers trail by 9. It's Avdia on the wing. And a miss there on the triple. And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. Okogie on the wing. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Well, the defense catches a break there. You expect him to make those.
And here's Lillard from beyond the arc. And there's the bucket. Staying with it that time. Offensive glass, getting it done.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Back to Durant. Here we go, all alone. Up the floor. The putback. Smith with the rebound. Houston leading by 7. Takes a 3. Durant, automatic at the rim.
He's been so aggressive on offense, and with the results, you understand why.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
Thompson. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
That is Thompson's game, rocking the rim and giving his team some energy.
Holiday. Knocks down the trifecta.
Hey, if you leave a great shooter open, you deserve to get burned.
Eason. Avdia rips down the board. Blazers trail by 9. Fires the 3. The 3 is in.
Nice quick shot from Holiday, not giving the defense time to react to him having the ball.
Oh, nice off the bounce. Oh, KD. We've got some great NBA basketball coming your way. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. Now here's Lillard. Holiday from long range. He drops it from range. When it comes to these two teams, Grant, you have to expect they'll be relying on their front courts to get it done here.
Yeah, I think that's right, B.A. It should be an old-fashioned battle amongst the bigs. And whoever gets the edge in that matchup, I think gets the W. But we'll see.
Inside. And it's out of bounds to the Trailblazers as Portland retains possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
The offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Yeah, and Klingon is a gigantic player. He is so difficult to keep off the glass at times.
Okogie into the lane.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
A streamlined rebuild for the Rockets. In 2021, they trade away James Harden. 4 years later, the number 2 seed in the West, Grant.
And they haven't shortchanged their future either. Sure, they've added key veterans, but the bulk of their roster still very young with room to grow.
And Houston has possession. Following the three-point basket by Portland. Here's Okogie. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, if you can hit that with regularity, it opens up the floor so much more.
Now here's Durant. And an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Goes up off the inbound. And Durant with the big finish.
And when Durant is clear for takeoff, no hesitation.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Back to Lillard. There's the triple. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Puts up a three. Eason can't get it to go. Now Portland with it. They lead by 7. From deep. Eason pulls it in. You know, off the court stand, Damian Lillard has another career going as a rapper.
Well, B.A., I've enjoyed a few tracks, though I prefer his performance on the hardwood where his shooting and scoring do all the talking.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Beyond the arc. Again, the miss by Lillard. Rockets trail by 6. Pass to Okogie. Durant for 3. That shot, no good. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chauncey Billups. I wanted to know what he had in store for Kevin Durant. He said, "We have some plans," Coach said with a smile, "but mostly it's about effort. We have to outwork him at all times. If we give him an inch, he's going to take a mile." So Coach is asking for his guys to go all out and try to slow KD down tonight. Brian, back to you.
And Allie, thank you for that.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
Now here's Thompson. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
The shot by Lillard, no good.
The green light they gave him early should probably turn red. He needs to get others involved.
Durant. Houston with another miss. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard outside. Shoots over Thompson. Again, the miss by Lillard. To the left side wing. And here's Thompson for 3. And so the first quarter is in the books. Trailblazers out in front. They lead by 4. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what stands out?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, you can bet their coach is encouraging them to keep up the extra effort. It's more than paying off.
Fires the 3. Look at Lillard making it look easy.
A genuine sniper from downtown. Lillard's confidence is what makes him so dangerous.
Coach, the defense has been ahead of the schedule for Portland. Where do they take the next step in that regard?
Well, first off, BA, they can do much better on the defensive boards. Also, cutting down their careless fouls. Those are things they have to look to clean up.
Five on the clock. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. No luck on that one. Outside Durant. Yes, sir! The smooth stroke of Kevin Durant.
On the catch and shoot, Durant is so effective. You have to run him off his shot.
Pass to Holiday. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Holiday's got 9.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Lillard fires away from way outside. Again, the miss by Lillard.
Well, you can't question his confidence from out there, but it's not falling. Maybe time for a different approach.
Poked loose.